Hello everyone, welcome to the MCPHONEY channel where we unbox, test and review tech. And as for today's review, well, we're going to take a little look at the Govee RGBIC neon rope light. So let's check it out. Lighting can make a huge difference when added to any room, and even though in the past I've used some standard cheap and cheerful LED light strips around my door, when they had to be replaced I thought I would try something slightly different. And after tedious hours of research I decided to go with the Govee neon rope light. Obviously. Now this is the 5 meter or 16.4 feet version, but it is also available in a shorter 3 meter or 9.8 feet version. Inside the pretty box, not only do you get your customizable neon rope light, but also a power adapter with an extra long wire connector, a user manual with additional information leaflets, 25 self-adhesive screw-in wall brackets, and of course all the screws and wall plugs should you need them. Moving straight onto the light strip, well, I'm surprised with just how well this is made. It most definitely feels high quality and extremely robust. It also carries some substantial weight to it as well, coming in at approximately 1 kilo, which actually helps with its overall quality feel. One of the most important factors, of course, is its flexibility, and I'm happy to report that this is an extremely flexible piece of kit. Thanks to its rubber exterior, this can bend and twist in almost any direction. It's not suitable for 90-degree angles, and it even states in the instruction manual, although it has good bending performance, please try not to fix the buckle too close and bend it too large. At the end of the light strip you will find the control box, and here you can adjust the colour, the pattern, and not forgetting turning them on and off. I am a bit gutted that the control box itself is not removable like on some LED light strips that I've owned previously, and although it's not sticking out completely, it does ruin the overall slick effect of the lights if you don't have the ability to hide it. In its defence, however, it does come with a 6-foot cable to help with concealing it, maybe behind a desk or wardrobe. A quick swipe through the switch settings. Here we start off with the on-off switch, then we move to the colour cycle switch, before finally the music mode button to allow the lights to sync to whatever sounds are in the room and loud enough to be picked up. There are quite a few configurations to choose from, and if you press and hold this button too, you can also set the brightness from a choice of up to 6 levels. So although you can't disconnect this control panel, it's obviously an essential component for the lights to flourish brightly, as you could say, especially if you don't have the Govee app. And speaking of the app, well, this is something I would highly recommend you use, as it offers so much more than the control panel, both in terms of effects and personalisation. The Govee app is available on both iOS and Android, and is also respectively easy to set up. First of all, find and install the app to your mobile device. Once installed, create a free account with an email address and password, and then you'll be guided through the setup process. So just plug in your lights to make sure they are receiving power, activate Bluetooth on your phone, and then select the plus sign to add a device. The final thing is to just press the on-off button on the control box, which shall then pair your lights to your phone and app. And now comes the fun part of seeing what the lights can produce in terms of their effect, and whether you use the app or the control box, it just looks awesome. It's nothing amazingly special if you were to compare this to other neon light strips on the market, but it does produce a fairly bright and sleek looking light. This version houses 420 embedded LEDs, which works out at approximately 84 LEDs per meter, basically meaning you should have a continuous, great looking light density throughout your strip. Shifting through some of the colours, well, you can see that they do what they are supposed to. And if you do want to go through every available colour, mode, scene, well, you would probably have to book the day off, as the app has 11 music modes and 64 scene modes to choose from, plus an AI feature that allows you to chat, type, or even upload a picture of your choice, and then the light strip will initiate whatever colours it thinks that you want, which seems to actually work quite well. When it comes to fixing the lights to your wall, well, there are several ways to accomplish this. If you are doing a specific design or shape, then it is recommended to attach the wall brackets to your light first, then create the design on your table or desk. If you are doing something less complicated, then you can just attach the brackets to the wall first and then install the lights afterwards. As I was just going around my door, I went for the second option. And yes, I do know technically my door has the not recommended 90-degree angles, but I will talk about that later. A top tip, however, if you are installing the larger version of the neon rope lights, then a second pair of hands may be needed during installation. And with your lights now firmly up, you have to admit it does look pretty cool. Comparing these to cheaper neon light strips, what I like best is how you can't see the LEDs themselves, thanks to the diffuser to help spread the light out evenly. This adds to the overall quality of whatever room they are in, creating either a simple backlight or some iconic ambient lighting designs. I haven't been using the music section of the app much, but I suppose it's always good to have it just in case I decide to suddenly throw a party in this room. What I do use, however, is the integration with my Google Home Assistant. And yes, I know you're probably wondering, why do I want voice control for the lights in such a small room? Well, the answer is, why not? Hey Google, turn the door light to blue. Combining the lights to your AI Home Assistant is also simple to do, and you can do all the expected voice commands such as changing the colour and adjusting the brightness. Although I haven't quite worked out how to get Google to change the scene like you can do on the Philips Hue light strip. And so the lights have been up and running for a few weeks now, and I suppose my opinion has actually changed for the better. Being honest, at first before I set them up, I was wishing I'd just bought some Philips Hue light strips. But the more and more I look at these Govee lights, well, I'm glad I've got them. I think as this neon light strip is on show and not hidden away for ambient lighting, they just look very sleek. And I know I keep saying that word, but with the Philips Hue lighting, you can still see the LEDs, where with the Govee lighting, as previously mentioned, you cannot. I have noticed that a few of the wall grips have begun to come loose, but I am partly to blame for that due to having the lights at the pre-mentioned not recommended 90-degree angles. Luckily, if the problem continues, I still have the option to screw them into the wall thanks to the pre-drilled holes on the brackets. To summarise though, I personally think the Govee neon light strip is a great addition to any area, but can really create a masterpiece setting if you design something unique and of course it fits in with the overall theme of your room. The app has lots of preset features to play around with, but you can also personalise it completely to whatever you wish. It's a shame you can't somehow extend the lights with additional extenders, and you also can't cut these neon lights down to size. The good news is, however, if you do need a seriously long length of neon light strip, then you can just buy more than one, place them together and have them work simultaneously with each other. It's easy to put up, looks fantastic, and thanks to its app can be an essential piece of room decor. Although it can be a little pricey for what is basically a light, I think for the look and feel that it creates, it's well worth the investment. And there we go, that was my review for the Govee RGBIC neon rope light. But just to let you know, recently Govee have released the neon rope light version 2, which is basically the same from what I can see, but it does come with better adjustable fixings for the wall and a few extra modes as well. I will place all the links that I can find in the description below if you do want to check them out, but if you do have any additional questions or would like to know how I'm finding the lights in maybe a few weeks, months or even years, then do feel free to leave a comment below. If you found this video useful, then please show your appreciation by dropping a like and subscribing to the channel. But until next time, thank you all for watching, please stay safe out there, and I'll see you all very soon. Bye for now.